I'm sometimes asked whether the Barrio bicycle camper feels unsafe going downhill. Today I'll be demonstrating the camper on the beautiful Champlain Parkway. Come with me for the ride. We're leaving from parking lot P3, situated on the Gatineau Parkway near Gamelin Boulevard. The green line represents the portion we can do on a bicycle trail, and the red portion is the parkway shared with cars. Although the hills are not terribly steep, they're long. Over the entire course, we'll be climbing 406 meters, and because we're not returning by the same route, we'll be descending 356 meters, or 50 meters less. All told, we'll be covering a distance of 29.4 kilometers. For this trip, I'm using my Bosch Cube Touring with the Performance Line motor, running on 48 volts and 350 watts, and having a maximum torque of 65 Newton meters. For stopping power, the bike is equipped with excellent hydraulic brakes. The trailer weighs in at 128 pounds, fully loaded. We begin here at P3. Gatineau Park is the treasure of those who are lucky enough to live in the Ottawa-Gatineau area. It's a large area of nature that consists of forests, mountains, streams, and lakes. Before being made into a park, the area was used for farming, hunting, logging, and mining. Much of the area has since then been returned to nature. The park offers a vast network of trails for hiking, mountain biking, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, as well as a large unserviced campground. The park is administered by the National Capital Commission, known as the NCC. It's a government agency, as only government departments are apt to do. Today, the NCC has an unpleasant surprise in store for me. Today I'm taking you along with me to the top of the park, the Champlain Lookout, which offers breathtaking views of the Ottawa Valley. The lookout is situated at the top of the Eardley Escarpment, which forms the southern edge of the Canadian Shield. The main purpose of the exercise is to show how my camper behaves in hills. Today the trailer is fully loaded with a gross weight of 128 pounds. Strangely enough, the hills never appear as steep on film as they do in person. Yet in the video, it always seems as if we're going faster than we really are. Here we're turning on to the Gatineau Parkway. Although this hill doesn't seem very steep in the video, it actually forces me to use low gear and slows me down to 10 or even 8 kilometers an hour. Here we're making a little detour to have a look at Pink Lake from the lookout. When I was young, we used to go swimming in this beautiful lake. Now, because of human overpopulation, swimming is prohibited, but there is a very nice trail that follows the entire circumference of the lake, which is very much worthwhile doing. Now we're turning onto Champlain Parkway. We're approaching the top of the escarpment, but here there's a small area of wetland. Now we've arrived at the lookout. You may not have noticed, but there's a high fence over near the edge. The entire area of the lookout has been fenced off. The stone wall has collapsed in places, making the place too dangerous for the public. Now there's no way of getting close enough for a good view. But I'm trying to shoot footage through the wire fence. What's frustrating is that the NCC has known about this for 3 years and has done nothing to correct the problem except put up a fence.
It fell down, I'm thinking they knocked it down.
Oh, and waited, yeah.
Because they've been talking about it for 3 years. I was talking to one of the guys who work here, he says.
3 years. Now we're leaving for the last leg of the ride. I'm taking Lake Fortune Pathway to the Visitors Center in Chelsea. There's a very long hill downward and I'll be riding the brakes for about 2 kilometers. We're now about 100 meters from the visitors center. I'm stopping at the Biscotti for a muffin and a juice. I couldn't afford to do this every day. With tip, it set me back just under $10. Chelsea has become a place for the aristocracy. Another aspect of hills that I wanted to look at was the amount of battery power required for taking my 388 pounds of gross weight up those 409 meters and over those 29.4 kilometers. I began with a freshly charged 500 watt-hour battery. At the end of the trip, the Intuvia display revealed that I had about 10 kilometers of range left, so according to my little calculation, I would have used up about 375 watt-hours of power. After the ride up to the lookout, I took the trailer to Gatineau's steepest hill, the Main Street Hill. I took my time to go down because the pavement was very rough and strewn with potholes, but by keeping my speed under control, it felt perfectly safe. In conclusion, the camper can easily be towed with an electric bike up and down fairly steep hills. The risks can be mitigated by exercising caution and keeping the speed under control. When I buy my next e-bike, I'll consider a hub motor with regenerative braking. I think that slowing down the bike with the motor would feel safer and would save on brake pads. I hope you enjoyed riding the Gatineau Parkway with me. If you'd like more information about electric bikes or about bicycle trailers and campers, or if you'd like to buy one of my books, visit my website, www.robertberrio.com, and never quit cycling. Bye-bye.